The split up the house. Intruder in the west wing. They knocking you off. The AP a meal, the book at his field, just look at the frost. Put all of my whips out, I make the knife look a little awesome. This circle of bosses, pussy you better not cross us. We extra big, her pussy be wetter than faucets. I close my fist, my ice and make an announcement. I raise a brick, make her go hike on the mountain.
She got a little young tay on her neck, like blew all the Hondas at the spread. I told her it's nap time with it red. Roll for Giado, what I said. Sipping lean, but I know it's sinus. I can turn to a mad sign.
Hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey girl. Hey.
Hey y'all.
Welcome to Bonnets, Business and Blunts. This is our official first episode. The episode that you guys viewed previous to this was just kind of like an intro to get to know us and get to know what the podcast
like an
is going to be.
icebreaker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what to say. You know what to
Breaking
say.
the ice.
Hey.
But we're back with episode 1. We are excited to be here.
Definitely.
And
we're going to be touching basing on all three, the bonnets, the business, and the blunt.
And the blunts.
Be prepared.
Actually, with that being said, get prepared. Go get you a pen and paper. We'll give you a few moments.
And if you don't know, we are streaming on pretty much almost every platform right now. So we have a YouTube page, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we have StreamYard, and we will be planning to be like on Spotify and other things. So definitely make sure you're streaming from all platforms so you can get all updates, as well as we'll basically expose different versions of the information on those different platforms. So there'll be short versions, extended versions, and so on and so
Behind
forth.
the scenes.
Bloopers, because you know we clowns.
Yeah.
We clowns.
Y'all know our
every
personalities
time.
as well. But also, tell your friends and family about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you start to build a community, especially when you're going into being an entrepreneur and a business owner, you want to have a village that supports you. And a way that you can support them is by educating them as you educate yourself. So tell your friends and family to like us on social platforms, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us.
Please. We are ready for the love. Okay? We ready for the love.
And we want to be able to invite you all out to our events and actually get to know you, get to meet you from everywhere, not just where we're located, which is Kansas City, Missouri.
Absolutely.
I'm originally from Michigan.
And I'm KCLA based, so
that we get to really expand on those 3 places.
Absolutely.
And get to meet you guys. So tell your friends and family. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
For sure. But like CEOANNA said, make sure you got your notebook. Make sure you're prepared to do replays. Pause it. Stop it whenever you need to get the information that you need down. So I guess I don't want to overload our audience, but we organize freaks, okay? We got, whole layout. I'm not trying to overload y'all, but
Virgo.
It is.
You're the more disciplined, precise, and I'm the more analytical, detailed. So
yes, but they're both very important.
They are.
Very important.
They are.
That's how you get shit
done. Makes us
done.
business buds.
It's how you get shit done, guys.
Get it done. And with that being said, our first episode's title is...
It is actually going to be basically building a business from the ground up. So it's what we call ground zero. It's starting from the bottom.
Now we here.
But you ain't there yet. You got to start from the bottom.
Okay.
But that's okay. Starting from the bottom could be a good thing. A lot of businesses even go through rebranding. So it causes them to start from the bottom again. So it's really nothing to look at as a horrible thing or anything.
An obstacle.
It's not a setback at all. That's
it's actually a step up. Like, you go to the store and they have the mannequins already have the outfit, right?
For sure.
So that's going to draw you into the store. It's already a built item.
Listen.
But when you walk into that store and you see those items separate on each hanger, now you have the power to create. And that's kind of how I look at ground zero.
Absolutely. And it's like literally the peak of your creativity. This is like,
for sure.
It's in the nesting phase of even having a baby. Like, you're picking out everything you want, all the elements that's going to make this sanctuary
it's going to put it together.
For sure. So building this business from ground zero is what our business portion of the episode, and we definitely have like a curriculum type of setup. So we're gonna kind of go over the categories for the business portion, and then we're gonna skew back and, you know, touch base on our bonnets portion, because, you know, we relax people. We deal with regular day BS.
We're
okay?
moms.
And we want to vent
business
too.
owners, we're women, and we want to be real with y'all.
I want to vent. I be ready. Sanctified in glory. I'm ready to vent. Because I don't even really be venting. Do you be venting all the time? Do you feel like?
No. Like, and sometimes when I call my friends, I need to vent, but then I'd be like, oh, don't vent too much, because you don't know.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
And or they have stuff going on,
right.
and you be like, by the time they done poured everything, you be like, Lord,
let me just go ahead and hold my peace.
Be grateful, Lord.
I'm
gonna move around.
But it's not a knock. It's not a knock to my friends. I love y'all. I'm just
absolutely.
in a space in my life where I respect the spaces that I show up in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Understanding that we're all moms. Understanding that most of my friends are all business owners, starting from the ground. A lot of us have been 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years into this. You know what I'm saying? So we're all on different levels, but yeah, I would love the venting.
Yeah, no, the venting is gonna be fun, because I'm ready to do the ick portions of videos.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. So
yes.
So nevertheless, the curriculum is broken down in 5 categories. Those 5 categories are usually going to be in order every time we touch base on the curriculum. So if you want to always have like a chart or just like sections for these,
if you're writing,
you know
in
that
book,
we're going to touch base on each of these topics every time.
episode.
Absolutely.
Yep. So you can set your planner, your notebook, you can set your notes in your phone, however you want to do it. As we break down these categories, we will hit each category every single episode. So have you an organized section where you can take notes, go back to it.
Because listen,
do your own research too. You know, we're gonna give you guys.
These are gems, literally gems. People would be charging y'all.
They would. They would.
I would be charging you.
I surely would. I'm actually thinking about it still.
Listen, for real.
So get in where you fit in.
But okay, so on the first topic, it is identity, ideas, legal matters, and I'll let you take the last 2.
It's gonna be audience and finances. So these are going to be the categories that we speak on each episode.
The things you need to survive.
Like if we created a book that said starting a business from ground zero for dummies, this would be the 5.
Chicken noodle soup business for dummies
with a soda on the side.
Chicken
noodle soup, yeah.
Listen, that's my song. So nevertheless, that is the business portion. But to kind of touch base on the reality and the figurative definition of bonnets, okay? So we think of bonnets as like our real life, okay? The portions of regular adulthood, parenting, you know, the ins and outs of even dating, those type of specs. So, and we also associate it with early morning, because me and Anna be up early,
and we're usually still in our bonnets.
Usually, yep. Wake and bake sessions, planning business, you know, tasks for the day.
It's really when we have the most settled time to where, like, because my schedule gets full. Like, I even wake up some days like, oh no, I don't think I got nothing to do today, and then realize like, because you thought you wasn't gonna have nothing to do today, so you planned this, and this, or you have to finish project this, and this. Exactly. So a lot of times when we're having our like accountability business meeting in the morning to go over like what we're doing, what we're planning, we're in bonnets.
Literally. It's
no
the
makeup.
Fresh part of the day. Like,
Fresh
you know, the sun
coffee.
just started coming out. Like, it was still dark during that time, you know, for the most part.
We was calling each other,
winter.
Still walking around, moving stuff around.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and if y'all know my babies be up at the crack of dawn anyway, so I be up. So,
y'all
you
know Jacoby Charles.
This is literally a time for us to still be mothers, do what we gotta do. If
still
the babies do wake up with us, you know, because I'm not a person that be trying to force kids to go back to sleep. Like, you know, once they up, it is what it is. Anna be knowing, she be like, your kids be waking up at the crack.
But I remember it. I remember it. So like, Kobe goes to school now, so now we have somewhat of a time schedule and stuff.
Yes.
But no lie, like I remember I used to be like last night I would sleep at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Well, about between 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember like, yo, when Kobe was little, I used to go to sleep at 9 and be up by like 3.
No, for
4 o'clock in the
real.
morning. Excuse my yawns.
Yeah, no,
they're finally coming.
It's the non-sleep. It's literally non-stop.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a mother and a business owner.
Listen, let me tell my story because the sleep is scarce. Y'all, I used a melatonin lotion last night, and it did not work. It works on my babies. It works on my babies.
Knocks them out.
Bro, they be gone within 10 to 12 minutes. I've counted exactly. Okay?
Damn.
I've counted and tracked exactly. I was up. I talked to you about 9, 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Right before
I was up. Sleep. I took another shower at like 11 something. Oil down and this stuff, because I was ready. I was ready for my sleep, yo. If you know me, you know my struggle with sleep, bro. So anyways, got all prepared. I was still laying there watching.
I'm talking about I slept so good.
Watching the ceiling like, baby, when is this thing gonna kick in? I should have took a gummy.
Yeah. Mine are at the top of the counter. I haven't even. I should have brought one today.
You should have had, yes, Jay. Come on now. Climb up there and get them gummies for me.
I had to hide them so Kobe didn't think they was fruit snacks.
I want to be a rapper so bad. But anyways, yeah. So I feel like, us being able to have those conversations in the peak of the morning, it also is like a form of retreat and routine, as well as like just motivation, having an accountability bud, like we call each other best buds, and business buds, just because we can make sure like, hey, you up?
Business is getting done.
You getting your stuff done? What's on the agenda today?
We're still able to enjoy our natural life set.
And it's not a weird energy.
No, it's not. It's like, girl,
it's not a weird energy.
You understand me. We got things to do. Let's get this stuff done. Let's teach other people how to get this stuff done. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely. Sure. Yeah. So, even in some real life situations, okay, let's touch a little yeah, because I feel free about this topic, but I don't know about you. Okay, so how you feel now that we done passed Valentine's Day and we get in the peaks of the greets of the summer?
Right.
Ooh, baby, what's your status? What's your status out in these streets, or not in these streets, on the porch?
I am. I'm in the living room on the couch right now.
Okay.
The door is not open. I'm in the living room on the couch.
Okay, so she's settled.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That is good. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. She said, I'll sit and watch my Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
That's what my nickname is for Anna. Y'all will start to know the nicknames I'll be having for people. Baby, I'm nicknamed Deep.
So my nickname is Lifetime Anna. It makes so much sense because I'm a Virgo. But I've heard it all my life. So, I mean, it's Lifetime, I deserve everything.
Taking me over. That's her, girl. Oh, baby. I'm talking about ba-da-doo-da. Hey.
Don't get out here flexing on my delusion.
But I still love it, though, right? Because I feel like me being a thug all the time, I be needing the balance.
You need
but
that
sometimes it do be too much, y'all. I be like, between her and my middle child.
She just look.
I'm just
and it's
like,
crazy because of the color.
Get the tissues.
We look like we could be related. Me and the babies.
Yeah. No. My son Bryson, if y'all done seen him, he the one that look like crisscross right now. Cause he got his little twist going on. He light skinned. He real high yellow. But yes.
Not too much.
I love him, but he is so emotional, and I feel like he's emotional attached to the light skin version of himself. Like, it's just a part of y'all. I don't know.
You think it comes with us?
I think it is. I think it was because the lack of sun, the vitamins. It's an imbalance.
So it's like I'm hangry all the
malnourishment.
time.
Something.
Does it give you that I'm hangry all the time?
Well, a little bit. And I be knowing when she's not being herself. I be like, are you okay?
Not when I'm not being myself,
You're
Lord.
not yourself when you're hungry.
Coming to a platform near you.
Come on now.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into what's the first one.
Are you talking about for the business portion?
Yeah, because we didn't break all that down. So we're business bonnets, and then the last part, of course, is
it's blunts. Y'all see me been puffing on my weed bar.
I don't even know where I just placed
It's been
mine.
a stressful day. It's been a stressful day, but we are so grateful that we have made it here.
Lord, we're grateful.
Lord. It's been crazy. Me and Anna have been having crazy stuff that's happened since this morning.
And it's really been divine. But you know
baby,
what? We're going to always persevere. And that's all we need the universe to understand. Is that no matter what, we're always going to persevere. And what?
We resilient.
Get this shit done.
Resilient.
Because people need it. And we want to give it. You understand?
Do the shoulder work. Do the shoulder work. See, if you are my friend and you don't just bust out dancing, and when I just bust out dancing, like, we probably really not friends. Do you be feeling like that?
Or you
like
don't know how to do no shoulder work.
Yeah. Like, because, baby, shoulder work, the back head bounce, is easy. Oh, she got me a gift, too. It's so cute.
Because I just felt like we needed to have.
This
is us giving y'all time to get y'all.
Anyone can have. On that, though, on how to keep y'all information. This is how it's going to be for the season. You know, the first season. But by season 2, we gonna have workbooks for y'all.
Yes.
Yep.
Because we want y'all to be able to feel like y'all really understood what we were explaining. You know what I'm saying?
Inside the curriculum, because it's so meaningful to have those notes to refer back to.
For sure.
I homeschool my child. Okay, so I tell her all the time, baby, that's something they not tell you that in school, right? That you need your notes to refer back to things, to do better on tests, to know exactly what your answers are that you're getting wrong or whatever's not working. But realistically, you do. Like, they try not to tell us that, but it is a real benefit, okay?
Yeah.
I think those are the, you know, even the advantage I get of homeschooling my children. You know what I'm saying? I get to decipher, like, put yourself in the best situation because you already did the work.
Right.
You already took the notes. Use the notes, baby.
The notes are really like so let me say this. One thing that makes the difference between you winning and you losing is how you invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
Notes are nothing more than free, valuable information.
It is.
If you're not going to invest in yourself and do your own research, or at least write a note, then you consequently will be the person that has to pay for the education. Because you didn't take advantage of it when it was at your fingertips.
Absolutely.
Now, this is something that I can attest for myself, because I always felt like I couldn't be the best business or entrepreneur because I didn't have certain knowledge. And then I realized you have to invest in yourself. You are gonna have to pay for some things.
Oh yeah.
But the things that you are able to get for free, about whatever it is, knowledge is power. The more you know, the more power you own. You know what I'm saying? So get a piece of paper, get a pencil, get a pen, get another phone. We know you got another phone. And record it. You know what I'm saying? Download the episode to your phone so that when you sleep, you can subconsciously listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Embed yourself, make yourself a business Bible.
Yes.
And put your own spin to it, put your own rules to it. Nothing that we are giving you is not already out there. We're just giving it to you in a way that might help you interpret it better and might help you ingest it better. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. Yeah, no, so, and I think that even to elaborate more on what she's saying, I just went to a networking event. I literally was taking notes on my phone. And if you have an iPhone, baby, that notes section is lethal, okay? You can type in there, make subject headlines in there. You can take pictures in your notes and keep stuff. So, like, when they get to pushing them paragraphs, baby, oh, I started flicking, okay? Because I'm not about to type all that out. So if I need to see it in a certain way, I definitely use the things that I have. Learn to use what you have, okay? Notebook and paper,
until you can get
whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? These type of things are free or dang near do not cost you anything.
Yeah, so, we were just talking about it because I as a business owner, I don't own a laptop. But we were just talking about how you can actually rent them from the library. You know what I'm saying? So utilize the tools around you. Now, if you don't know how to use the tools, then you get with somebody who does and you take notes.
Absolutely.
Like when I don't know how to do something, I write I write the directions down in a format that when I go back and read it, I myself can understand it, and I will still get the same outcome. You don't have to write it how somebody's teaching it to you. Write it how it hears.
And your understanding.
Right. So
you need to know what your notes say.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. So that
I tell people that all the time. Oh my God.
Every time you go back, you know exactly what you meant. That's like, so this is what's so funny.
Yes.
Bree does everything. I'm a writer, okay? She is a business consultant. She does everything by laptop. I do everything by hand. So when I go back to look at our notes, like,
but this is the kicker part. Most of my stuff start in the notebook.
I know, and then you transfer.
And I transfer.
Right, where I like it right here
school. I like
because I'm
feel
shorthanded.
Yep.
And so I have shorthanded what my notes are because I understand them in this format. That's not gonna work. My notes are not always gonna work for Bree. I could never be like, and confidently say, Bree, can you grab the notes? They're all there. She gonna be like, girl, what does any of this say? You know what I'm saying? But I wrote it down in the way that my mind processes it, that I can benefit from what I was taught.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So get your pen, get your paper, write it down the way that it comes to you, so that when you go back to look at these notes and actually invest in yourself and start building your business from ground zero, these notes make sense to you.
Absolutely.
Top 5.
And please just try to write neat a little bit. I know y'all be wanting to do the chicken scratch thing, but this is what happens 9 times out of 10 when you write notes. You don't know what to say, and then you expect somebody else to be able to read it. Baby, I don't know what you was trying to say.
That was you
in that moment.
It was your mind.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to just take all those things in accountability to really put yourself in the best foot forward.
Yeah.
So these things are just not for us to nag and drag or nothing. This is real shit that we've had to teach ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be accountable.
A lot of times you'll look at
it
and you'll say, I know that I have everything that I need. You know, it's like when you go buy a Cricut, the machine.
Yep.
You can go buy the machine, you can buy the press, you can buy the tools, you can buy the stencils, you can buy the vinyl. If you don't sit down and watch a video on how all that works, just because you put the vinyl in the Cricut doesn't mean that you're going to get your,
at all.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Yeah. But if all that was too much, just hold on and you can pay for the book.
Yep.
This is how you can get it for free.
Yes.
But if that is too much or it seems like it's overwhelming for you, we are putting out a manual. So you will be able to purchase it. Yep. This is just a way for you to get ahead
and start working on it
right now.
Just start.
Yeah.
For the business portion, we're going to first go over the identity section. Now, for this first episode, there is going to be a little bit more breakdown and more like defining what things are. However, once we kind of get a roll on the episodes, being that you already know what our 5 top topics are going to be for the business portion, we won't identify and define each section every time. So just want to give you that spiel because you're getting a little extra juice now.
Yeah.
So carry that juice on. That's all I'm saying. So for the identity, a business identity is your brand. It's basically how you want your company to be perceived, viewed. It definitely ties in with your reputation to the general public, as well as just like aesthetically how it looks on social media platforms as well as your customers when you think about your policies and your processes on what they have to go through to find you or purchase something from you. So your identity is definitely a huge thing. It's not something to second guess, and it's definitely something you want to be completely comfortable with.
Yes.
Do not merge to an identity that does not define you. It does not make sense to. It's a waste of freaking time. I'm telling you. Let's get that down packed. What is your identity as a business? Who are you? What do you do? How do you plan to do it? And who are you speaking to while doing that? So a couple of different like best ways to define it is rate your passion. Write down a list. People feel like they have to have one good thing that they've been good at for the, you know, the big part of their life because everyone told you a dope ass motherfucking singer.
Right.
That you're trying to build a business off of being a singer.
Right.
that may not be what it is.
It could be, but what other ways can you broaden yourself?
Other ways
as a singer? What other things about being a singer do you like? Do you like the songwriting part of it? Do you like the music composing part of it? Do you like the producing of the music? Which part of being the singer do you like? Do you like the stage presence and the feel of being on stage and that adrenaline rush? Rate your passion that goes into this business, this interest, this niche that you have.
So it very much looks very old school. Writing a list of all the things you're passionate about that you can turn and transfer into income, and then you rate them from either 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the lowest, or 1 to 10, you know, whatever leeway is most comfortable for you. Your next thing is to associate your purpose. Along with those passions, write down what would be your main purpose of doing them. What is your why? What is going to keep you motivated? What is going to keep you disciplined?
Yeah.
So that's associating so much in one, but it's going to definitely deteriorate which things are going to go good for you and what things you will probably not be interested in after a couple weeks.
Right.
So the next one would be establish the pros and cons. And that's kind of just in line of what we just said, basically. That just gives you a real thorough list to take each of those passions and say, these are the pros, these are the cons. And I'm talking about in reality right now.
Yeah.
Do not always think in the future, because futuristically things can change. We understand that.
Rapidly,
but you want to base these analytics off of the right now.
Off your real life.
Your real life.
And when I say real life, I'm gonna break it down, because like I said, this is what we're here for. This is what this platform is here for. What are your real life financial goals? If you know that you're paying anywhere from 9 to 22, or we're not even gonna go 22. I'm gonna say 9 to 1,100 in rent. You can't afford to be investing $500 anywhere. Maybe start off with 50, start off with 100. A lot of times people hear the saying, take the risk, bigger reward. That's true. But make the risk at least be calculated.
It has
Stop
to be
living
calculated.
outside of like this fantasy world. You know what I'm saying? Right now I don't have a vehicle. So when I make moves to do things, it has to make sense, because I'm traveling using Lyft or Uber. I'm using the driving services. For those of you who use Lyft and Uber, you know that those are not cheap rides. You know what I'm saying? But because I don't have a transportation of my own right now, I have to make strategic moves financially that are not going to have me in the hole, because I want to be a successful business owner.
Absolutely.
It's okay to not be able to have all the finances. I'm telling you, I always have these conversations with Bree, because I'm real about my situation.
Yes.
I'm real about how much rent is, the lights, groceries. I have 2 kids. One is grown, one is 5, new, you know, to the world. I have real life going on. You know, we all do. So when we're telling you to be real with yourself, the way that we were able to succeed is because we were being real with ourselves and our situations. So I just wanted to touch on that when it came to the pros and cons. Because a pro for me is that if I schedule everything accordingly, I can get a lot knocked out in one time. But if things that I want to be involved in are spread far and thin, then I have to make the decision financially. Do I want to spend, will I have the $50? Because transportation for me costs anywhere from $30 one way to $75 round trip. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that, but this is what I'm serious about. I weighed out my pros and cons. I wrote it down. I really rated my passion on being a multimedia specialist. Is this what I want to do? Is this what I could do? And this is what fuels me. This is what gives me the passion. But I had to be real with myself. I had to be real with myself about my finances and about my situation and about my surroundings. And I had to be real with the people that I was invested and involved in too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. It's definitely a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. You're going to be in the most authentic view of when you're looking at, okay, this is a passion for me, but I don't really have much support in this area. I don't really know that much information in this area, or whatever it is.
to research the top 10 strands in California, Michigan, and the state of Missouri.
Kansas City. That's how I feel. I know it's not really the lyrics.
I don't, okay.
Because they really say in the city on the California Love Song.
Do they?
But I said Kansas City on purpose because, you know, those are rivalry states.
That's why I was looking at you like, what? Why would
But
you?
I'm from both, so baby, it is what it is. You're going to have to love both sides.
I'm from Michigan, and for as long as I've lived in Kansas, people tell me I should claim it, but
do the intermissions as well, just to kind of like not overload y'all with too much. We figured, you know, giving you a little taste of some fun and a little study session keep you engaged. Okay,
Yeah.
So we're going to move along to the legal matters. For legal matters, basically in regards to pertaining it to a business aspect, you're going to be basically talking about your regulations, how you operate, the guidelines of, you know, customer processes. Also just like additional information that has to do with like who you are as a business entity. Some of the most important legal matters, documentation wise, I have a total of 10. I'm not going to thoroughly go through each. Some are more necessary than others. These are not in a particular order, but it is just what I would say the staples, the juice of what you will need to start with.
For sure.
At some point in time. So the first one is definitely a company mission statement. That's something you can literally make up by yourself. You can make up by yourself. It's 2 sentences, maybe.
it's really about,
Two sentences to a paragraph.
it's really big on your why too.
Yes.
If you know your why, summing up your why is going to be your mission statement. Because
Absolutely. So we about to touch base on these different strands and what the benefit it can bring to you.
I actually
Business
think you'll
and
be
personal.
surprised.
Hmm?
I said I actually think you'll be very surprised, especially because
Absolutely.
we're smokers. A few of these strands I did know about. Like, I did know of them. I won't say I knew that much about them. So, the top 3 strands in California are Blue Dream, Sour Diesel, and Jack Herer.
Okay.
Herer.
Absolutely. So in regards to the next one, it's going to be contracts. And so contracts are obviously can be conducted so many different ways. You can have, you know, written contracts, you can have typed out ones, you can have notarized ones, so on and so forth. I feel like just having a staple typed up is good enough with at least a signature page. That at least gives you accountability. If notary is a little bit too much, you can always take a picture of somebody's ID.
Yeah.
And it matches with the signature.
Mm-hmm.
And just go from there. So from there, after contracts, I will say licensing and registration, right? I know we kind of get all antsy about this. You are still a business regardless, excuse me, if you have your registration done with your state and federal, okay? What stipulates the seriousness of your business is why people follow through with the registration and the licensing.
Right.
Aside from that, we do have your shipping and processing. So that's like your SOPs, the standard procedures of how people order from you, what time frame it takes you to ship the product or do the service, as well as like just like payment information that goes along with that. Those things are going to be important. Another good staple to have, because shipping or getting the product to the person yourself, you want to still notify the customer how long it's going to take. When we order from Prime, which you know, you trying to get it in 2 days.
Yeah.
And now they got it so good to where they can have you choose a fraction of the day that you literally order that time. Mm-hmm. It's just the awareness to the customer of knowing when you're going to do what you need to do. Aside from that, will definitely be policy pages. They're intimidating, and I get that. But babe,
they really are your safety net.
A problem child will make you wish you had a policy page.
Yeah, it can't nobody deny it. That way, if it does happen, it protects that business, it protects that business owner, it protects that product, and it also even protects the customer, because had it not been in place and the business owner took the $25,
exactly,
what kind of altercation would that have led to legally?
I'm
if
trying
they
to
would have
tell
pressed
you.
charges against the
about
business
babies,
owner for running an extra $25 on that card. You know what I'm saying?
Insurance. Because some of these other things that I'm going to touch base on are things that sometimes our community thinks are what you would call like not necessities. What is the word that I'm trying to think of? Basically optional. They're not what you would call your priority.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So when you think about policy pages, I'm telling you, do not wait until something bad happens to then have to build a policy page, because you still have to address that situation that happens without that policy page. So work on that immediately. The next one I'm going to kind of go back to, so I had skipped one, and it is product and service disclaimers. So along with your contracts and your shipping and processing and your policy pages, those disclaimers and your service descriptions for your product is going to be so much easier just to take a little snapshot from there. Like, because usually those documents are going to be anywhere from a page or a couple paragraphs.
They can be up to 19 pages depending on what your business is.
Literally. And so, it's just a quicker way to reiterate what you've already said in a bullet version.
It's a snapshot. Just like you said. It's a snapshot.
Exactly.
It's a snapshot.
It's supposed to be quick.
The summary that you guys get at the end when you have to sign that you were notarized about the policies and the terms, they sum it up for you.
Yep.
And then they say, do you understand that this information is what sums up your terms, your conditions, the policies, and you sign away on it. And a lot of times y'all don't even read it. And so that's why it's in place. Number one, they know y'all not gonna read it.
Yep.
They know
the
you're
long
not.
version, you're not.
But if something should happen, what do you do first? If you are responsible. I'm not saying that you're not responsible if you don't do it, but if you're investing in something, then you're going to be responsible enough to read the fine print that comes with that something.
Exactly.
So say something happens and you don't have a policy in place.
Oh, it's all
trademark
bad.
Is not established. You lose out.
And it's not just bad reviews. It's not just bad reviews you're going to have to worry about. There's people that can report you to the BB&B. Even on a lawsuit note, you know what I'm saying? And we like our monies. We're already stretched thin sometimes with trying to obtain everything we need to do business expense wise. So just nip it in the bud before it becomes a huge expense for you. And like I said, there's different resources that help you build these type of things. I'm a business consultant. These are things that I do all the time. There's even different centers and things like that around the area that help you get these things completed. And different just even like apps and stuff that kind of help you, give you a guide or at least a starting point to get it done. So after the product and service disclaimers, we are going to definitely touch base on trademark. Man, listen. Do you know a lot of people that trademark their stuff?
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Okay.
That's why Black Box, that's why I had to stop Black Box.
Yeah.
Because there was an actual series that came out on Netflix, which is where I was trying to pitch my whole show. There's a box wine that Walmart sponsored or created. And then there is a theater production company that is located on Facebook. Like, they have a really large following on Facebook, and they're called Black Box Facebook, and it was called Black Box Blog 5051. It was a web series. It was a TV-based show off Facebook where we talked education, current events, lifestyle change, finances, etc. And that show ran for 5 years straight. 182 episodes. I did 60 interviews, and I did 36 event broadcastings, and went to try and trademark it,
and it wasn't available. That is like the saddest thing ever, right? Because it's more common. I don't know where the stigma came from. I think a lot of people just kind of, when they ask for advice as a becoming business owner, naturally we're asking the people that surround us. But realistically, if they don't have a business or know the information entirely, we're pretty much just risking it. Like, you're risking it off of their feedback. And a lot of people do wish people away, be like, oh, you can do that later, you can do that later. And it's true, you can. But a lot of that stuff is not that expensive to get it done now. Excuse me. I just say, if you really care about what you do, definitely have a savings plan if you can't afford it outright on how to get yourself trademarked and copyrighted, because we are in the land of the living of copycat, and everyone gets offended about it, but then no one's trademarked or copyrighted to stop the situation. If it's going to be something that constantly bothers you, get it solved. Solve it. Yeah. And get paid for it, baby.
I mean, really, it's part of business planning, though.
It literally is. It is. And it's something that, like I said, kind of with the registration, that people wish away and be like, oh, I can do that later. Yeah. And you can. But at some point, it still needs to be on the priority list. So, from that, we are definitely going to touch base on tax documents. Oh my God.
Bum, bum, bum.
When I say this is when you know whether someone got their stuff together or not. I file my business taxes, and I try to be better at staying organized with even tracking my business expenses through the year, because when I tell you the skedaddle energy that comes with trying to get people's taxes. So I don't do taxes, but I do help my clients get the paperwork prepared and get the numbers right for the tax preparer. So if it's a matter of you got everything on notebook paper, or you don't have no digital, like, real track record of what you're doing, what you're spending, how often you have to buy certain products or whatever website, it's going to be difficult. So I always tell people, just try to, you can do Google Sheets. Google Sheets is free. It's a version of Excel, Microsoft Excel. If you don't want to pay for Microsoft and you don't have it on your stuff, use that. It's even down to, you can use your phone on the notes section. I was gonna say have a whole bar, and you can make a table and chart on there to put the things that you need in there and track. So nevertheless, have them tax documentations in hand.
And I'm gonna say this, because some of y'all might still be old school like me, right? Like, I can put it in a spreadsheet. I can do all that. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down in one spot. When you go out to plan, when you start, you know, when you go get your what I call is a business Bible, which keeps all your notes, all of your receipts. It keeps all of your expenses, all of your goals, all of your financial plans. Write down the categories of things that you're going to need. And every time you need it, write the date and how many you bought. If you know that you're going to need to constantly buy computer paper, write that down under your expenses. Computer paper, pens, staples, stamps.
Make it happen like toiletries. Literally.
Put it down.
Like
just
your
write
household
it in your
items.
own category. And every time you have to buy it or order it, you go back to that list and you say, March 23rd, 2024, 7.
Yes. That way you can track it.
Exactly. Because then look.
I'm telling you.
When you go back and you keep your receipts, you're able to say, okay, on March 7th, I know I bought this and I bought this and I bought this. If you're already, keeping your receipts organized by where they're going from, groceries, office, retail, surplus. You keep all that organized, you can go and say, okay, so on March 7th, I went to the grocery store.
Exactly.
Bam. Go look in the grocery receipts. Now you found the receipt from March 7th. It helps you stay organized, even if you're audited. Because a lot of people don't talk about this. It's not that you're audited because you're doing it wrong. You're audited because they just want to see the proof. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes they're just like, okay, you doing some stuff. Let us make sure that you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Exactly. Because sometimes it's not that you did something wrong. It could be that you didn't give yourself enough credit. And they're like, well, if you've got proof of this, then let us fix this for you. You know what I'm saying? So being organized and having that is it sets you aside from being just a hobby. You know
and it makes you serious to even know, like, hey, I usually spend X amount of dollars every 2 months on this item. Let me go ahead and put it on auto pay or something like that, because you're not going to tell me, listen, Walmart, Instacart, most of these places, even Amazon, they have like what you would call a subscribe and save, where you could put an item to come every X amount of time.
That's true.
Frame, period, whatever. And then you will be able to have a better scale. When that product goes up and down, you'll have something to log off of, like, oh, last year I used to only pay $10 for that product. Now it's $17. Maybe I need to be switching this up.
And not even that, your accountant.
Exactly.
If you're blessed to have one, or if you have the time to do it yourself, whoever handles your money, they will be able to tell you, like, look, you're saving this amount of money over here. It can go into this, which is, you know, we could pay for more promotion. We could buy more product. We could build a new store. We could have a new location, a new domain. We could even build advertising on a platform that we're trying to grow.
Exactly.
So when you know where your money's going, you know how to spend your money where you want to. And that's that's when you know where it's going, you know how to spend it where you want to and where you need to. It's easier
and you can make scalable decisions.
Yeah,
literally.
for sure.
Like, okay, you're not
and
just
really
going off of a
maximize
limb.
on business.
Yes, I'm just like, now you're not just going off a risk or what you think. You have the documentation to show you, like, this is what I'm making. This is what I'm putting in. This is how much I'm making in salary, because some people don't even afford to pay themselves a salary.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so when you are tracking all of that information tax wise and just even bookkeeping wise, it gives you even the opportunity to scale yourself. Definitely that tax documentation is a huge hitter. Y'all try to sleep on it, but y'all better stop doing that. Listen, that's like in my land, because you do not want to get a call from them. I don't want you to get a call from them.
So what amount of money, or how much, figuratively speaking, made in a year should a business owner, sole proprietor, ground zero business worry about filing their taxes? At what amount of income or salary that you've made in a year?
So I would say this is what's going to deteriorate whether if you're making a lot of money or not making a lot of money, right? So like I said, most people don't get a chance to pay themselves a salary, but that's going to be based off of your profit margin. That's going to be based off of the algorithm of how you're pricing everything down to what makes the product, how much time it takes you to build a service, and everything else. For me, I have this year with one of my business have started paying myself a salary.
Okay.
So with Chops World, I haven't really started paying myself a salary. I see that more as a legacy brand. So anything that I really do make on it, I just put it back into put it back into the company, because it's going to be a branch of many branches.
Right.
So that for that particular matter. But realistically, as a business consultant, I am underpaid. I do that because of the audience that I'm speaking to, right? So the audience that I'm speaking to are the people that can't afford the real consultant price. And that price is $150 to about $200 an hour. They make their bread just like lawyers do. But realistically, being that I've had to scale mine to lower, I really had to be very strategic on what type of apps I'm paying for to run my business.
Right.
How much time I'm putting out to scout for new leads to really be like hot leads, you know what I'm saying? As well as making sure that I'm putting my services matching to what not my lifestyle is now, but eventually what it will scale to within the next 3 years. So with all of these other things in consideration, it's allowed me to be able to be like, okay, I ain't getting no money the first year. I was broke. Baby, that money went back to the business. But that's okay. I feel like, these are lessons that you learn.
Even money to invest. I know it's not profitable on paper, but it's profitable in principality.
It is too, is insurance, which, like I said, this could kind of be considered one of the ones that people kind of wish away to the side. And realistically, I know a lot of rich people ain't got no insurance, so they obviously figuring it out.
But on my product.
It's definitely, I would not say that I can recommend not having insurance for a long span of time. As much as it is something that you can eventually get to, you might want to still put it on your priority list to eventually get done. Especially if you think about if you have a full-on physical service where you're touching other people, you just want to make sure your stuff is good and make sure those people are covered, especially when you go down to the lengths of, there's a lot of suite buildings popping up. I don't know if y'all been paying attention in Kansas City, but we got some bread spinning in rotation, okay? So stuff like this is popping up left and right, but some of them are not all the way put together, and you don't want to be in a situation where you don't have that additional insurance to cover what they don't cover. So insurance is great. Employment and contractor documentation. So this is when we kind of dip and dabble in W-2s, 1099s, whatever type of employee you usually have underhand. If you have not got there yet, still have something on the plate. because I'm telling you, it get crazy when you're trying to hire someone.
It does.
It is so much that you do. Okay, it's your own business, right? But what we kind of lack in logic thought is that just because it's our own business doesn't mean that we need to be shying away from the corporate structure. And so corporate structure gives you an onboarding process. They give you training, equipment, or documentation that you can follow to make sure that you're meeting the need of what that company's mission statement is or what their expectations are. So realistically, we do want to make sure you have something. So just having a list of like expectations, what the job description and the different job roles that you're going to have under your company is extraordinarily important, okay?
Extraordinarily.
Extraordinarily. Yeah, I probably made up a word. Did I?
Did.
Let me see.
Did I? Let me see.
No, because listen, I'm one of the ones pointed out, like, hold on, let me pull that up. Let me see if that's a word.
No, extraordinarily is a word.
So we're going to be, it is a word.
I told you, girl.
Just wanted to make sure, don't want to be like, yeah, they definitely on the blunts part because that lady making up words. So our next section, y'all, is audience. It's kind of a fun topic because we people.
Yeah, I feel like I mastered it.
Socializing.
For sure. As a public speaker, I do feel like I master audience.
No, for real. I feel the same way. Like just being used to being in people's face. Yeah. Constantly, even on social media, I feel like I'm getting the grasp of that. So you definitely take some tips. So with the audience, how we're tying that into the social networking is definitely using your ideas or your business to make your presence known. Okay.
Definitely.
I don't know why people think that they know what you're doing and you ain't got no representation. Isn't that funny? Like they be like,
we read minds.
I have no clients. Yeah. I have no, and I'm like,
well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
You never post anything about your business. I never see anything.
Or the I'm always posting. I don't want to get on anybody's nerves.
Babe, Walmart don't give no damn.
Never
okay?
does. Never has.
I
never
get
will.
like 13
Walmart is so bold.
emails from them in a day.
Walmart is so bold. They be in the same parking lot as them.
How about Fashion Nova with their headlines? It seemed like you ain't looking good lately, baby. You need to go back to your abandoned car. Who is you talking to? Who is you talking to? So if you think you're going to get on people's nerves.
The February 15th ad was the best.
I'm just saying.
He didn't buy you nothing, but we got a sale for you.
And
it hooks you right in.
That's my best friend.
And it hooks you right in. They know how to be personable and connect. They know how to empathize. Yeah.
The social.
They know that maybe 5 out of 15 girls didn't have a Valentine's.
Yes.
And what do girls do when they're sad?
Shop.
And eat.
And if you think that the ones that
we do that when we're happy too
had a Valentine wasn't on that site, baby,
they probably spent the most.
Got matching sets and all. I seen it. But so definitely it's a way to make your presence known. It's a way to exchange additional perspectives on how your company's story is portrayed, right? Mm-hmm. And so what that means is you can make posts, threads, videos, short reels. These are different ways to interact with your audience.
And engage. Like,
and switch it up.
Stop waiting for the people that want to buy your product to come looking you up by your name or to type in your product name. That's not going to happen. Make the content that brings in the viewers. Talk about the fabric. Talk about the strengths of what your product does. Give real live testimony reviews. People love to hear other people that look like them, that make the type of money that they make, that dress the way that they do, eat the same things that they do. They want to hear them talk about your product so that they know it's real. I want to see, when I hit the reviews, I'm looking.
And it's not corny
I'm
because
looking for
people
the real ones.
associate it with the, you know, the superficial thought of a commercial or whatever it is. But it's really not. It's just you setting the tone just like those companies do, realistically. So it's something to tap into. Social networking can be a benefit to you. You could be talking to leads and customers that you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get it twisted. I get many people that are in my same lane and still book me.
Yeah.
Still book me.
Yeah.
So don't think that other Walmart employees don't go to other Walmarts about Walmart-ish. They do. So I feel like cutting yourself short is not by, or is by not showing your presence on social network platforms, and definitely making sure that you're using all channels of how to tell your company story.
Right.
Because people, you know, realistically, we just absorb information differently.
I was going to say
some people like paragraphs, some people like short videos.
Right.
You know, some people like comedian.
I'm about to say, some people are
videos.
moved by emotion, some people are moved by logic, some people enjoy the long labor of working hard. They feel a sense of completion and achievement with that. Where some people want to work smarter. They want to do the most work, but not the most labor. So knowing how to cater to your audience, knowing how to pull in and hook.
Yes, because it literally is that fishing. Going.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to pay attention. You do.
Yeah. And if you're smart and very ambitious, you're going to figure out how to turn this into a residual income for yourself.
Exactly.
Because why not get paid to post about your business?
Exactly.
Like,
you talking about it?
It's so simple. In my thought, it's just an extra check. I was going to post it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Whether you looked or not, it was getting posted.
Exactly. You ain't had to like it either.
You didn't.
I'm going to post it again. Just in case you didn't see it the 13th time.
It's going to be on the rerun. It's going to be on the Throwback Thursday.
But yeah, so for the pick for the top social media platforms to definitely be on and making your presence announced: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
And you knew
People
that.
sleep on LinkedIn, but baby, when you get to that point when you're ready to talk to investors, you want a LinkedIn page.
And let me tell you something else about LinkedIn page, okay? Something that other people sleep on that I just recently was informed about and have taken the heck off. You can earn certificates.
Oh, yeah.
You can accredited
Yep.
certificates for different niches, different skill training, mastering, whatever your lane is. Get on LinkedIn. Make you a profile. Get on LinkedIn and take some of the classes. So
we are going to take a small dose of an intermission with boop, 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 boop.
So this is a very small intermission because I'm just going to talk to y'all about the different grams. And I feel like, I mean, whole brick, half a brick, quarter brick, hey. But we're not talking about bricks. Bricks.
Yeah, no. No BMF in 10 over here. She was like, it might be.
No, for real. So, a lot of people are always asking like the dosages and what that means. So,
right, because my mom, shut the
I got 5 on
door.
it.
I was about to put her on blast. But, yeah. Go ahead.
I got 5 on it. Back in the day, $5 could go in on a blunt. Not in today's world.
Baby.
Not in today's world. You need to go 10.
If you thought. And sometimes it ain't even 10, y'all. At the dispensary, have you... Baby, they charge you like $12, $16 for a joint.
Times are different.
I'm just saying. Times
It's
are
real
different. Inflation is real, cuz.
It's real. You know what I'm saying? But there are different measurements, there are different quantities, and there are different prices. So, I personally get a 3.5.
I couldn't even hold that. It threw me off. Sorry. I was trying.
A 3.5, a 7, an 8. And this goes back to knowing your math, your fractions. It's exactly what it sounds like.
She said you can't be no dumb head.
Please don't.
Don't be a dummy.
Because that's how some people get scammed. And I'm just let y'all know that's how people get scammed out of their money.
Hey, I remember the time we came from the era of put that on the scale, cuz, so I could see them numbers for myself.
Here come, and what was his name? I can eyeball work. I am not
No,
jerk.
you ain't eyeballing mine. You better put that down back.
Put it out there on the scale.
No Houdini shit going on.
No, but seriously, so when you go to the dispensaries and you ask them, like, you do want to know what you're taking. 10 milligrams, 25 milligrams, 35 milligrams. Whew. I think the highest milligram that I've ever consumed at one time, I had a cake pop.
So you're talking about edible wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was 100 milligrams. And it wasn't that bad. It was cool, but it was like one of the first times I had an edible, so I was really expecting it to do something. I don't know if it did. I don't feel like I've ever had an experience. Yeah, I don't feel like I've ever had an experience with edibles. Now, I have consumed edibles that made me like calm or made me more like focused or put me straight to sleep.
So not like none is like that party edible. Like,
no, I ain't never experienced none of that. God, that's why I'm really excited for the studio day.
Just keep hanging with me, G. Yes, because I'm like, me and my cousin definitely get like the best edibles, and our uncle, the one that was okay, so he be getting the most, like his edibles be like 500 mg.
Well, you know what, they have those like like nerd ropes or whatever. Gotcha. And like those be 250, 300, 500.
They do.
I can smack them down. I still don't feel like they do anything. But I feel like the candy
part of it is what kind of throw the
because the cannabis is in there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like the but I'm gonna say my uncle is like close to 70 age range, and the whole fact that he be having 500 mg edibles. Babe, we was kicking it one time with him, me and my cousin, and I definitely...
You felt the effects?
Listen, and I knew I was, because I smelled it. Soon as he cracked the bag open, I said...
I've tasted the weed, the candy and stuff that has the weed actually in it. Like, you can taste it. It's so strong. You can smell it, but I don't be feeling like...
No, so yeah, it's just going to... Yeah, we just going to have to get you in a real good space, G.
Coming to an episode near you.
Coming to an episode near... And we going to do the video of showing, like, how she is before, and then what happens after. Like, I'm talking about that edible kicked in less than 30 minutes.
We need to go to like a safe house or something.
Yes, I kind of want to do something funny, like go to the escape room.
I don't want to be high going to no escape room. I don't want to be high trying to use my brain to escape, and that's gonna make me feel like I'm paranoid and.
Bro, talk about Jumanji, Anna gonna be Kevin Hart, y'all.
I real life am. Because that's already, and I'm not even high, and I'm sitting here like
she gonna be like,
it doesn't sound like it would be fun.
Yes, but no. So I think
we can get high, like go ride roller coasters. Yeah. I've had like liquid marijuanas and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've had those too. So, but I feel like the infused real food be fire.
I haven't had infused real food.
Baby, the wings and that like pizza.
Well, you see, I'm not a wing. I'm not a wing girl. My chicken wing don't be looking like. But you'll be
a wing girl then. Some going.
Okay, y'all. So we're gonna spend the day with me, and we're going to try edibles.
We gonna get her there.
Elevate me, and then I'm also gonna try some actual entrees, some edible entrees.
Yes, no, we gotta get her in there. We gotta jump her out, baptize her. Look, jump in the water.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But that has been your high intelligence intermission with TG CEOANNA.
That's so funny. It's literally like a snippet. So for our next section, we're gonna tap on the finance.
Tap in.
Okay, so for your finance is basically how you manage, create, or have a study of money, banking, or some type of credit, your assets, your liabilities. These are all things that have to do with your finance. So that's bookkeeping, savings plans, credit cards. Something that we constantly forget aside from the bookkeeping is the free money. Y'all be forgetting about the grants.
That's because y'all be having your paperwork in order.
Get your paperwork in order.
So you can get that free money, honey.
Because I'm just like, there's so many places, right? There's so many places that has given out free money for just being a Missouri business. Literally, just a Missouri business. So outside of that, there's grants that, specifically go for people that are a woman in business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could be Black in business, Hispanic in business. It's literally a wide range of grants that are out here that you can have access to. And I think that, like I said, it's just something we get intimidated Because while you're doing your bookkeeping, I would be applying for a grant. I don't know. Seeing them numbers give me anxiety.
Look,
it lets it really sink in.
This is the point now. I'm learning grant writing. Like,
yes,
I'm going to learn grant
necessary.
writing. Yeah.
So
having that information and knowing what to do with it and knowing how to apply yourself and knowing how to apply it to your business, it all makes a big difference in what your business can become and what your business will be, and how to keep up.
I wanted to give you guys 2 grants that you could apply for. So the first one is the FedEx Small Business Grant. Right now they have a range between $20,000 and $50,000, and they're gonna like break them up in tiers amongst the qualifications of what the business is. So that is definitely a hot grant. It's one of the ones a lot of people know about, but a lot of people don't apply for.
Right.
But nevertheless, FedEx Small Business Grant is active right now. You can apply for it. And my next one is Cartier Women's Initiative Award. They give it out about 30 bands to 100K.
Y'all better go get it.
Better go get that money. I'm just saying, it's free money. It can think about how well you can scale your business if you already know the money is there. How? Like, how well you will be able to be like, hey, I need this amount of dollars to go towards my monthly expenses to do this. And I already have the money to do that. So now you just got that on automation. And then when you go down to, okay, I am needing to rebuild my website. You already have the money for that. These type of decisions that you will have to make will be so much different and process and just really strategically getting it done if you already had the money. So definitely apply for,
or at least have the money set to
those
a
2
side.
grants.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm just saying, it's out there. So to touch base on the bookkeeping, we kind of did a little bit, like when we talked a little bit about the legal matters and like different ways you can keep track of your documentation. The bookkeeping is relatively the same.
Yeah.
Like I said, we touch base on the Excel, the Google Sheets, the Word document using your phone. You can even download templates off of like Canva, stuff like that. So those type of apps are very easy on a scale of if you're not super familiar with technology.
A beginner.
You know what I'm saying?
And even if you're a beginner to begin at that,
yep,
still do it the old-fashioned way. Go get some receipt books from the dollar store. Get some pen and paper. You just need to be able to keep track. You need to be able to have proof.
Yes.
You need to be able to say, no, this is what I produce. This is what I spend. This is where my budgeting goes. This is where my savings is at. This was my profit. This is what how much we increase. You need to be able to have those numbers on hand. You never know when opportunity will arise where somebody is saying, oh, I want to pour into your business. Show me your expenses for your second quarter.
Yes.
Show me your profit for your first quarter. Show me how you came out of the deficiency in a slow season. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't answer those questions,
you might as well just slide to the side. And I was going to say, baby, because that's exactly when you get to investors, they want to know. Yeah. They want to know what you're spending for that product, how much time it takes to push that product, how many customers are returning to buy that same
What's
product.
Your estimated
like,
sales?
You literally have to have all those information down to a T. Maybe not memorized, but at least somewhere that it can be resourceful.
Where it can be looked at.
Yes, exactly. So the third tier to touch base on in the finance realm, we did grants, we did bookkeeping, and my last one, we was talking about it a little bit, payment processor. What is a payment processor?
Yeah.
This is how you collect your money or how you get paid. However you want to say it in your brain. Let me tell you this.
How you getting that dough?
How you getting that dough?
How you getting that dough?
So for the ones that I would recommend, right? I know y'all love Cash App, but baby, y'all need to hop off of it. Y'all need to hop off Cash App.
They can never make me hate you.
Listen.
They can never make me hate you.
She's so down for it, but realistically, let's talk real.
I have 2 accounts.
Let's talk real.
So I just
Cash App gotta they gonna take a portion of your money.
They do. If you have a business account, if you sign up as a business on Cash App, you are going to pay a tax and they're going to keep track for you. That's why I love Cash App, because I'm not at the point where I can be organized enough. If I got to keep track of everything else at this point right now in my career as a business owner, I do need the help of something else that's going to be more accurate than me, where I can punch the numbers in, print the report, turn it in. Okay, that's where I'm at. I can't pay for one, so I have one. I'm paying for it through taxes. I have a business Cash App, but I also have a personal Cash App. So a lot of times I will send payments from my business Cash App to my personal Cash App because it still looks like I paid myself, and taxes have already been taken off of the money that was sent to the business Cash App. So when it comes to how I run me, because it's just me, I don't have employees, I will have my clients pay my business Cash App. So if they send $200, it's gonna automatically take like 2 to 7% off of it, depending on how much money is being sent. That's gonna be the taxes. You know what I'm saying? I will then take whatever's left and I will send that to my personal account, which takes no money to do. So I'll still get that flat rate. If it's $287, then I get $287. If it started out at $300, and then Cash App took his taxes from his business and I'm left with $287, and then I send that $287 to my personal account because that's how I pay myself. That's how I'm showing the transaction of my business being paid and me being paid out of my business. Okay.
So as much as that is great, and I love Anna,
but
Cash App is not reliable.
It's not. But I'm not a big business too. So let me
and I
understand
that. She's not a big business, but this is a stigma. So this is a great example, and I love that she said it because this is exactly why I'm about to give you the tea. So at the end of the day, Cash App is an app. Cash App. So realistically, at any given time, they could crash.
Yep.
They don't have all the same stipulations and regulations as well as insurances that these other payment processors that are in the niche of the game of knowing what you really need as a business owner, because the bookkeeping and all that stuff come with most of these platforms, and they're free. A lot of them are free. It's just a matter of taking that extra initiative to be like, hey, let me go past Cash App, right? Because Cash App is something is like a word of the mouth thing. We know this because of everybody uses, this is what they saying, this is what they vouching. But then it takes that one person, or that second person, or that third person, they be like, oh, my money went missing in Cash App. I don't know where it went, and we just all of a sudden forget it. So realistically, like, with the amount of bookkeeping, if you care about your money, take that extra initiative, because the extra initiative does not cost you much. You still can have the stipulation of taking out those additional taxes for the processing, like fees and things like that. They will still do that. So the list that I'm gonna give you is gonna be the way to go. Okay. My number one, especially for the ones that think that, hey, I'm a smaller business, hey, I'm a freelancer, or hey, I'm a contractor, you need to be using Zelle. You need to be using Zelle. Cash App's great, Zelle's better.
Zelle it, baby.
Zelle purposely partners with banks because of the fact that they want to get you guys this money instantly. They know about all the hoopla of the fee here, fee there, fee there. You know what I'm saying? That's going to come up to where basically you're not even getting the original fees that you charge that customer for. That's true. And if you did not factor those additional fees, because it's one thing to build a profit margin, to know the cost of what it takes to make the product, the service and time, and all of those other things. But it's a different thing when you have to integrate third parties and all the fees that they want to take out. Then they, as the United States, then they're like, oh, you got to take a fee because they're swiping a card.
Right. There's a fee for the fee.
It's a fee for the fee for the fee.
For the fee.
So when we think about those terms, if you want to try to get off that, I guess what I would say is the nitpicking, because that's what it ends up being. When you start to look at them fees, they add up. Yeah. And then you're like, dang, I'm kind of like $50, $75 into just a few transaction fees. So Zelle is definitely a reliable source. Like I said, the money comes directly to your account. They don't need very important information. I know that you just got to switch a Cash App QR code. Literally, Zelle takes your phone number. Yeah. They take your phone number, and they're going to send you the money directly to the account. So after Zelle, another good one is Square.
That's the other one that I use.
Square is definitely, I'm trying to be a little bit more serious about my business, right? Because it's going to offer you not only somewhere where people can pay like in virtual terms. They also offer you the attachment for your phone where you can take them on when you're on the go. If you're switching cars or at a networking event and someone wants to pay right then and there,
or
they're able to do that.
If you need a receipt, Square will produce an invoice for you.
Yes.
Which is also a very professional way of saying I am a business. Yes. You're going to pay me. I track my payments. This is not an under the table thing. I love to have me a good receipt.
Oh, me too.
I'm going to keep a receipt. I don't know.
And even just thinking about the automations that come along with it. Cash App's not going to send your customers thank you for your order. Square will.
Yeah.
They'll say thank you for your purchase, and you don't even have to embed that. It's just already transactional with their system.
It's a personal touch.
So absolutely, with just like I said, virtual personal payments, you can even get into appointment setting. There's other links, websites, items, services, determining those particular categories. The item, product, and service is a little bit different. So,
but if
that gives you that advantage
for more than one item, right? So we're talking about payment processing.
Yep.
We're talking about the option of having a free website because I use Square for my my lactation business, and I was able to build a website, list services. People are able to book. I'm able to set appointments. I'm able to talk to my clients. I'm able to add or delete services. I'm able to make promo codes that can be accepted. There's so many features on the first entry of this payment processor, Square, that you can use for free. And so you build your business to where you can afford a better payment processor that might cost you a little prettier pennier, you know what I'm saying? So but Square also sends you out attachments for your phone. So if you're involved in pop-up shops, if you're a vendor at the city market, if you end up getting a kiosk in the middle of a mall or flea market, you can actually have a credit card swiper attached to your phone that will process right then and there. So it really does offer you that storefront feel.
Absolutely.
In a home setting.
Yes, and outside of just even the invoices, it does give you the ability to make payment plans because they do partner with Afterpay. So that gives you a little bit more lineage to a deeper audience for the ones that maybe can't afford your product or service right then and there. They can go through Afterpay, and then it's transactional from there. Literally, you're still going to get the payment of what you need regardless of what is stipulated on the other side with that person in Afterpay.
Right.
So these are just other insurances to keep in mind, because as much as it's great to start with what you have, eventually you need to grow past that, because then it becomes a habit, and it keeps you vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? As transitions happen with technology so freaking quick, ain't no way we staying above with that.
Right.
We are going to have our last just like fun fact intermission to kind of wrap it on up. This is episode 1 of Business and Blunt. We done made it through a lot of curriculum.
We're gonna put that one out. So the fun one that we're gonna do this, because I know I was supposed to do the Michigan stream, but I did that at first. So I'm gonna say this or that.
This or that.
You can go with this, or you can go with that. You can go with this, or you can go with that. Okay, so this or that.
Okay, what we doing?
It's Friday night. The kids are gone. You're home alone. Just left your choice of market to pick up your smoke. Are you you're stopping by the store?
Okay.
On the way home. This or that. Sweet or spicy snacks?
Definitely sweet.
I'm doing both because I eat my spicy with sweet.
Yeah. See, okay, so I like my spicy more so like with food.
Okay.
The sweet I can do with snacks.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I don't even really like a lot of like salty type of snacks. You know what I'm saying?
I like me a good ruffle. A good plain
okay,
ruffle.
Yeah. And you see I had the Pringles.
Yeah.
We have a little breakdown here and there. But yeah, so like, I would probably always gear to the sweet.
Okay, so
it's
this
the
or that.
in me.
This or that. Yeah, for sure. This or that. You're on vacation.
I'd be nervous with Anna's question because I don't really know if it's going
you can
with
go
this
with this or you can go with that. You're on vacation.
Okay.
You're kicking it. You're with the girls. You're getting ready to go skydiving.
Oh.
Are you smoking? Are you having an edible? Or are you pre-rolling for afterwards?
So this gonna be a tour, cause I know with even just indulging on an activity like skydiving, I'm gonna need an edible. I'm gonna need an edible. Something that's gonna be able to carry me along through the experience.
That's gonna be able to like calm you.
Yes, and not even just calm me, but also make me be in a fruitful mindset while being that high off of land. Like, so I think definitely would say an edible for during, and then pre-rolls would, that's me notion. Like, I need the pre-rolls to be rolled.
So I went skydiving at Oceans of Fun, Worlds of Fun.
Oh, okay.
And
damn it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Me, Jalen, and my sister went. And I like adrenaline rushes. Like, I love the drop in the roller coaster. It's my favorite part of the roller coaster. I love the drop. So I have like an adrenaline rush for like, I don't want to call it like junkie, but I mean,
it's just like a preference. It's like what makes you feel good.
I don't think that I would do the edible because I already feel like to experience the edible the way that people talk about it will already make me feel out of body. And I get paranoid if I feel too out of body.
But what if it's like a focus edible?
No, I'd rather just be like lit and just be turning up and
I can see
smoking.
That.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
see, I would need like a creative edible, like something that would, expand my horizon of what is going on in my surroundings, just the scenery.
So you would do like a Blue Dream.
Kind of like a Blue Dream, or even like the other one. Was it the it was the blood one?
Oh, the Blood Star.
Yeah, I think it was the Blood Star.
That's getting in the zone. That's that major focus.
Yeah, but I would want to get in the zone about my dreams.
Yeah, I think
play on word, but it's the real shit. Like,
no, that's real
stuff.
For.
Like, I wanted to allow me to see a different way I can go about my dreams, as well as just like, build that creativity.
I think I would try that Jack Harrer.
Yeah,
because
to enter your childlike.
Well, to enter my childlike, but it also the effect of it at the end of it, like what you experience from indulging in it, is an abundance of happiness. Yeah. So I think for me, because my adrenaline would be so high, I would already be like so giggly and like jittery and stuff.
No, and I feel like an activity like that, I'll be happy regardless. Because baby, once I finish that, I'm cheesing. I'm gonna be so happy that I've conquered something like that. Because baby, I'm scared of heights.
And I'm gonna be high again.
Scared of heights. It's just not them heights.
Well, you can go with this.
The Wiz Khalifa heights.
Or you can go with that.
Listen.
So the last this or that.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
This or that.
It's the look in her face. Like, what is you about to ask me?
This or that? Would you like to take an edible and experience a panic room? Or would you like to get high and go scuba diving?
I would want to get high and go scuba diving.
I feel like they're one and the same. I just feel like you want me to be underwater high and I gotta learn how to breathe, be underwater and see all these like animals.
She said it as if she was going for that.
I mean,
like, I'm gonna be breathing extra efficiently under some water. I'm gonna be so concentrated.
I guess because for mine, unless it's like a plan.
Then maybe that's the Cali in me. Like, cause babe, let's go in the water.
Y'all got something in the water. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't mind going in the water, but I want to be able to like relax and enjoy it. I don't want to be like, just keep swimming, When you get to indulge in the recreational use of THC or CBD, that you get to, like, does it amplify you to do more things and be focused and have fun, or do you use it as a way of like decompressing and relaxing in?
I do for both. That's why I say I love weed. Like, It's a matter of wanting to incorporate both, right? Because that's real life, both of my personalities. Right. I'm very structured, I'm very organized, and I like to be focused. And then but I'm very spontaneous, and I'm very free, and I like to do things without all this controlled environment type of thing. So
I don't think I would want to be in a panic room, but I think I would play a mean.
Yeah, I was saying if we looking at it as this and that, baby, like, cut me out the panic. I don't even need to, baby. I can go to my cousin's house or one of my aunties is going through some crazy stuff and go panic.
Maybe play like a really good board game.
Panic.
Scrabble or something like that. I like to use my mind when I'm high though. So.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like both of them is definitely a part of me. And even using my mind, like going scuba diving, seeing these different animals that I've never been able to see. Even maybe just seeing the challenge of overcoming something like that. It's a happy activity, realistically. Truly. So it already has a happiness on it.
I swim with dolphins. I don't know if I want to be in like a scuba suit because I'm claustrophobic.
I ain't trying to see Meg.
I'm a little claustrophobic. So if I'm too out of my body and I feel like I'm being suppressed with like weights and skin tight stuff.
But that bodysuit might make me look real snatched though.
Don't fit the body like a yachty.
Boy, they be looking so fun. I be like, it make you think like, dang, do I want to kick it with some surfer boys?
I might be ahead of myself.
I'm telling you.
I might be ahead of myself. But I'm never too ahead of myself. But maybe for season 4, we'll go scuba diving.
I'm just saying with the tour, if y'all think I'm going to Cali and not go scuba diving, she gonna have to get it together.
I'm gonna go. I'm down for a good adventure. I'm gonna go.
Water.
I'm like a bird. I'm gonna fly away.
Name out. Let's go.
Just keep swimming. Yo, so it's been a pleasure. We made it through.
We did. Y'all definitely give us feedback. Let us know how you feel of the flow of the podcast. Do you feel like you learned a lot? Was you able to engage on the information? Did you feel like it was accurate?
What more do you want? What less don't you want?
Tell us.
Also, where are you guys at? Where you guys want us to come to?
We want to connect with you.
We want to have workshops. We want to teach. We want to throw edible and paint parties.
Go scuba diving somewhere else.
Yeah.
Florida.
Invite us out to your crib.
I'm ready.
Who got the lake fronts? The beach houses. Let's go water tubing. I really want to do ATVs and mudding this summer.
Oh, you know, I'm really trying to go to the Carnival in October, so that's gonna be festive as fuck. Like a whole bunch of thick, pretty
and diamonds.
Oh my God! Like if y'all think I'm not going to be out of my mind, edible high.
Well, I did tell y'all that I was in the house on the porch. I mean, in the house on the couch. So
bored in the house, in the house bored.
But I'm not bored. I'm not bored. I'm just in the house.
But Carnival.
I'm definitely down to go to Carnival in Miami, right? Welcome.
October is the first week of October. It's something that I've always just wanted to go to. Like I said, I got a spontaneous and focused spirit. So that spontaneous spirit definitely want to have my big feathers and my bomb outfit.
Let's go. Is this gonna be something that we tell the viewers about, or they're just gonna experience it with us? Can they meet us there? Should we let y'all meet us there? I think
experience for myself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm be a little stingy.
But we might run it back.
Well, we might run it back and be like, hey, y'all want to do a meet
We can take y'all with us. We'll take y'all with us so y'all can see how it goes.
The only different thing is, though, with us touring to some of these different places, some of them aren't recreational approved.
Yeah.
So we might be a little skittish.
But for the ones that are, we'll let y'all know.
Yep.
So y'all can enjoy it too.
Yep.
You know?
All right. Well, definitely tune in for the next Bonnets Business and Blunts. Our launch dates are usually going to be Mondays, right?
Yep.
Monday mornings. So
start your week off, kick it off right in the good gear. Have some accountability partners.
For sure.
Make sure you guys subscribe to us on YouTube at Bonnets Business and Blunts. We're also on Facebook, building our Instagram.
Yes.
Y'all tell a friend to join. And
for sure,
from TG CEOANNA and
your big boss friend BriiEazy.
It was lovely.
Divide the shooters, split up the house. Intruder in the West Wing, they knocking you off. The AP meal, the book at his field, just look at the frost. Put all of my whips out, I make them off look a little awesome. This circle of bosses, pussy you better not cross us. We extra big, her pussy be wetter than faucets. I close my fist, my ice and make an announcement. I raise a brick, make her go hike on the mountain.
She got a young Tay on the neck. Like blue, all the Hondas at the spread. I told her it's nap time with it red. Roll for Giotto, what I said. Sipping lean, but I know it's sinus. I can turn to a mad